It's the Bin Podcast. I hope that's
proof of that. You
it's
have
the
no
Bin
proof.
Podcast. I'm gonna put some lyrics to that.
It's a bit podcast. Boop,
Dude.
boop,
Boop, boop, boop, boop, boop, boop, boop,
boop,
boop.
boop, boop. Okay, it's
Cranky baby. Now she's just looking at me like, who are you talking to? I'm talking to TT Brenna. We're trying to do a show. We're late because of you.
Don't blame her.
It is today's date is July 20th, 2023. So when you watch this in 15 years, you are the reason that the show is 24 minutes late. I just want you to know that. We were ready to go.
Don't put that on her.
It's coming out of your allowance.
It's coming out of your paycheck.
I'll be working for her before it's all over anyway.
I've seen it already. Starting.
So welcome everybody to the Bin Podcast. We are sans two Europeans, or one European and one guy on a mossy rock out there in the Atlantic.
I don't think that they understand the importance of what we are going to be talking about today. And I think what happened is that last week when we hurt poor Wayne's feelings about his lack of Disney animation experience, that maybe we scared him off.
You think we were too heavy-handed?
Yeah, I think we.
I
think our expectation was way too high for him.
So making a short of it was a bad idea. But it was a good.
It was a brilliant idea.
It was a funny moment.
It was
like I kind of don't feel bad because the video of it was funny. Mm-hmm. But then I also don't feel bad because he should have watched the movie.
He should have watched the movie.
But then I also don't feel bad. Just list all the reasons why.
Oh.
So who is we? I'm Mikey.
Yep, that's true.
That is factually correct.
Facts.
Big facts. Check the Carfax.
And what? Who am I?
Who is you?
I don't know anymore.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
The resident school teacher.
No, let's not.
The resident school builder.
I was actually supposed to be doing be part of a training tomorrow, but they canceled on us. So
boo.
I know. I was gonna have the whole day not being at my house, not having to worry about,
getting dressed,
sunshine and rainbows,
having to wear clothes,
showering. Yeah. No, thank you.
Getting out of your PJs.
No, that doesn't sound fun to me anymore.
No, I'm good.
Like clothing is difficult these days.
What the fucking... And maybe it's like a cold weather thing, but the ultimate flex is to take off one set of clothes that are comfy, take like a shower, to put on even more comfy shit. Then you get to the Netflix and shit. Like, then you put on the movie with like a frozen pizza from the, you know what I mean? Like, classic.
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
Classic. Oh, I gotta cook dinner today.
Oh, you gotta cook? It's actually my mom's birthday tomorrow, so who the hell knows what's happening. It's not that exciting. It happens every year.
Finally turning 21. All right. I say that to everybody for their birthday. Finally turning 21. And then everyone just responds in a weird way. Because it makes me not the weird one.
Well, have you looked in the mirror lately?
Nope.
You're the weird.
Got rid of all of them. Because I couldn't trust them.
I didn't like what they were showing.
I didn't like the look of them.
What are we doing here, Mikey?
I don't know. We're going to American Heartland because you're making me go here. What is this place? What am this?
Let's take a look.
Oh man.
Let's dive in and see what we're dealing with here.
Already I don't like this.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely not like this.
This man is clearly not a farmer based on his lack of sun and very smooth hands, not rough at all. His shirt has a pattern on it that isn't plaid or stripes.
Well, what he is wearing is definitely clashing. So there's definitely that somebody did not dress this man properly.
Those glasses are way too smart for the rest of that outfit. Those are some sharp frames.
Those are brand new.
Mm-hmm. Look great.
They're very modern actually, with the thin lenses, the thin rims, so that you can barely see them. It's very
nice.
modern.
Very nice. So okay. I know damn well he ain't driving that backhoe over there.
So
I'm excited to welcome you.
Let's see what he has to say.
Big attraction right here on historic Route 66 in Northeast Oklahoma. The theme park is going to be based on different lands, Liberty.
Whoa. Different lands, you say? What, pray tell? Let me guess at some of these lands.
Well, let's first off, it's called American Heartland. So let's think about what does the American Heartland feel for you? And it's in Oklahoma, so that should give you a little bit of an idea.
There's got to be a fried category.
Fried land.
Just fried land.
Just the land of just fried things. Just corn, maybe corn.
Cornland. Cornland is for sure.
It's all just rows of corn. And that's the attraction there.
And you know who's the mayor of that part of the place? That little kid who did all the TikToks. It's corn. It's super great something. The corn kid. Right. He's the mayor of Cornland.
All right. So
Magaville. Magaville's got to be a ville.
Magaville. Okay. I like that one. I'd go for that one.
Sportsville.
Oh, like American football.
Oh, you know what? Footballville. Footballville, baseballville, soccer. You're not getting a fucking ville.
No.
Hockey definitely gets like a little ice rink. You know,
gets an ice rink.
Yeah, an indoor ice rink.
What about tennis?
That's a French sport. Not America Heartland. They'd never play tennis there.
Not from the Heartland.
We ain't got time for tennis. We're wrangling buffalo. I don't know.
So they're definitely gonna have like
Wrangler Land,
Steakville, USA,
Levi 501 Land,
meat and potatoes,
Flannel Land for sure.
Land.
Neckbeard Land.
Neckbeard. Oh. I would say they probably at one point had Bud Light Land, but then that got scrapped.
Coors Light Land.
Now it's Coors Light Land. Until they find out the truth.
Until they learn.
I
think Coors Light is owned by.
Nothing safe. Nothing safe.
Who owns that? I think it's Miller. I think Coors is owned by Miller or something about them. I don't know. Let me know in the comments because you probably yell at me anyway.
See, where else are we going?
Swampland.
Well, that's Florida, so they already have one.
I'm thinking.
This is the Heartland.
Okay, just Heartland stuff, right? Funnel Cake Land.
Funnel cake. Oh, I'll go there.
Corn
It's
dog.
just one big funnel cake, and all you do is like crawl around the funnel cake, eating it.
Corn Dogville.
Well, that's part of Fried Land.
Oh yeah, that's their mode of transportation.
These giant corn dogs are.
It's corn dogs in a tunnel.
Okay, now do they have like an aquarium kind of thing attached to this? Do we see
Wawa World? It's like Wally World. And
Okay.
they just sell bottles of water.
It's just, well, you have to sell bottles of water, but they have to be in like the least able to recycle plastic, so that you know that nobody's putting like nobody has to put out recycle bins.
Sorry, a pterodactyl stuck in here. Will you stop spitting out your pinky? All right, let me just see which lands he's actually got here.
Village as you enter the park through the main entrance, the Great Plains area, the Bayou
Ah, Great Plains.
Yeah, there you go.
Which one's the Great Plains? This? With all the trees?
Bay, Big Timber Falls, the Stony Point Harbor. We have a 4-star hotel with a boardwalk that will be there, and then Electropolis.
I love when people talk like this. This weird tense of speak. Like
Hotel with a boardwalk that will be there, and then Electropolis. We have custom designed
Electropolis. This man. All right, let me shut up.
Yeah.
rides. We'll have a slew of attractions and live shows that'll be going on on the park throughout the day. We're going to try really hard to keep it down to where a family of 4 can be something that they can afford and not spend their life savings to come spend a week with us. Our theme park is scheduled to open.
Dude.
Did you first off, did you look at that like Liberty Square downtown Main Street?
From
Go
The
go by
Sims?
from the rendering. Go back to the rendering where they had those cars. Yeah, right there. So think about like small town America back in the 50s.
Milkshakes.
Just think about what the heartland really means in this case. Does this heartland mean Black Wall Street?
Yes.
Does this heartland mean the native reservations?
Well,
Trail of Tears? Is this what we're talking
boy.
about here? You're messing things up, man.
I'm trying to make it better and I'm messing
You're
it.
not.
I'm messing
You
it
can
up.
do it. You could do it. I believe in you.
I think this looks better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think this looks better.
Okay. Anyway, do you believe that this American Heartland theme park was going to be representative of actual Heartland?
Yes, they're going to have people cosplaying, roaming the park, and they will just step off the sidewalk as the families will walk past, just to give them that authentic feel.
So
to make them really feel like they're
are
there.
we going to have blackface and brownface going on?
No, but there will be separate water fountains.
Separate water fountains and bathrooms.
Welcome to Bigotville. I forgot Bigotville.
The bathrooms are going to be spectacular because you know for an absolute fact that there is going to be somebody in the bathroom checking to make sure that that is the representation of your true given gender. They're going to be looking up your skirts, down your pants, just to make sure.
Well, that's good. I can't wait. I can't wait to. I mean,
so this is in Oklahoma. Oklahoma already is really bad place to live. It does not, there's
no rain.
Nobody pays taxes.
Right.
They've got zero health care, right?
Yep.
There's drilling for oil there. They've always been drilling, and then they've done fracking, which fracking causes earthquakes. They're in tornadoes and droughts and all that. So now they're going to be spending billions of dollars on a theme park about, I'm going to say it's about white people.
It's about Route 66. If you knew your
No, it's
heritage,
not.
the heritage of Route 66. My ancestral roots are Route 6. Are
Your
Route 66.
ancestral roots on Route 66.
Low
how you
key,
get your
kind of.
kicks.
Low key, kind of. Going
You
between
get
St.
your
Louis and
kicks on Route.
Chicago.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's Route
you got.
66. Yeah.
Well, and I'm in California, so we've
Where
we've
is
got
Route 66?
Route 66 is an interesting thing because they put one of the highways on over it, right? So it actually follows a highway.
Yeah. So it goes from Lakeshore Drive.
There you go.
Yeah. All the way through.
Which that location is where the Chicago World's Fair was.
Ah.
So
The World's Fair. Check out Navy Pier.
yeah.
See our giant inflatable balloon. The weird shit that they would show off. So where did he say this was gonna be?
It's going to be
Did he say?
in Great Lake? Is that what it said?
Oh, Grand Lake.
The Grand Lake. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Grand Lake.
I wonder if this is gonna be cool. Wonder where Grand Lake is. Anybody in the chat? Hey, where's Wayne? Sexual wank pheasants. Borrow a cup of internet. Wait, find Great Lake, Gray's Lake. What was it? Shit, I forgot already.
Grand Lake.
Grand Lake. Grand Lake. It's not a big city.
No, it's
not a big city, clearly.
no. I think it's closer to Tulsa, so I think you need to go up past Tulsa. I think one of there you go. There's Tulsa. I think it's one of you see those lakes around there. I think one of those lakes is Grand Lake.
Give me the grandest lake.
The grandest lake with the grandest name.
Dude, there's names. All of these names are native. Like, just leave, dude. Everyone just pack up and leave. Just leave.
So basically, okay, so Grand Lock.
Mm-hmm. They only have 14 towns. Is this Canadian County? Is that what this is? Fucking the U.S. is so fucking buck wild. And that's in Texas.
We don't actually have to do anything. We just steal from other people. You know, and we learned it from the Brits, so.
Ooh, and it goes to Santa Monica Boulevard.
Santa Monica, yep.
Oh no, it goes to Lincoln and Olympic. That is the end of that there Route 66. Pick up sticks.
You get your kicks on Route 66. That was the inspiration for Cars. Was going down Route 66.
You mean the movie?
Yeah, movie. Yeah, the Route 66 was the inspiration to create the Cars movie because they lived off of Route 66.
It's all about life as a highway for me. But let's hear. I mean, I love his little Mr. Rogers neighborhood he built here to show off what his dreams will be. But you give that park about a good 6 weeks, and a tornado is gonna tear all that shit up. Like, I don't know who he's fooling with these fucking thatched roofed. Fucking, this is my tropical zone. It's like, so do you want to just pick that up a couple of miles away, or like, how does this work?
So let's continue this conversation about the. Okay, so yeah. So this is supposed to be finished in 2026,
which is 2.5 years from now.
Yeah, the fall. So it's gonna be 3 years from now. And I have a question. I wish we had more people here to answer this question. Do you believe that this theme park will be built?
No.
Be successful?
No.
I personally believe that it's gonna be mired in so much controversy. Because Tulsa or Oklahoma itself, like I said, they don't pay a lot of taxes, especially big businesses. They don't really take care of their people. They're they're moochers.
Typical.
They're welfare recipients.
Ooh. There's
From
there's a town in Oklahoma that has the name Disney. There's 311 people that live there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I believe that first off, they're basically I believe they're probably on some sort of native land, because during the Trail of Tears, they dropped off the last in Oklahoma, and then they moved them further and further to California and Arizona and all that. So I believe that there's definitely going to be some issues either with the land itself or not paying for the land.
Yeah.
I think this is both, like, they're not going to be paid taxes, so it's not going to improve the area, as well as they're going to be probably leeching taxes as well, right? Just like any major stadium or anything. It's not going to be the same as like Disneyland, which kind of is their own little city, their own little county. So, and
Little
I
township.
I'm fairly certain this thing is not going to be built, or it's going to implode in a matter of, like you said, it's going to be less than a year before it shuts down.
Because I mean, like, here's the other part. Where is this town? Like Grand Lake town, but Grand Lake is not a city. Northeast Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Yeah. This, like, Grand Lake is not even a town. This thing is the only thing that's close, and it's a fucking town of 400 people.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, there's two towns, each with 311 and then 400 people. And like, this is what so he's going to displace these people and build his park on this lake? Yeah, on the Cherokee Lake. Like, this is a scam.
I think it's going to end up being it's going to get shut down pretty soon. I think it's a bad idea.
Like
I think it's obviously trying to compete with the anti-Disney kind of feel. Like, we've got one that, family values, American values. This is American Heartland. I mean, they call it American Heartland. Right. That's like buzzword. Dog whistles. Yeah, exactly. This is for white people.
Whistles is one of our buzzwords of the day. So please check your emails if you had whistles for your key card. But like, bro, Disney area at Lake, like, so this place is a clear fucking Disney fucking ripoff. Yeah. And you're gonna put another, so you just think you're gonna just put a park across the way on this very, very native lake. It's called Grand Lake the Cherokees.
Yeah, because this is where.
So you're just gonna build a Route 66 iconoclast fucking Happy Days resort here?
Yeah. Celebrating white America.
So here's the thing: if they were doing this, we'd be able to see it by now. Because they take these pictures every couple of months. I should see big fucking construction sites.
Yeah.
I do not. You ain't building shit. This
So
is a scam. Don't
yeah,
invest. Don't invest.
yeah. This is a big issue, obviously. I don't think this is going to happen. I
Mm-mm.
don't think that it's going. If it does happen, it's not going to do well. It'll be delayed. Um,
Yeah,
I think this is terrible.
this is a
So
scam.
I agree.
Rides.
Anyway,
We'll
isn't
have
it
a
beautiful?
slew of attractions.
Oh, we
I'd
gotta
and
hear
rather
live
the.
play
shows
with
Okay.
that'll
this
be
little
going on throughout
model.
on the park throughout.
He should just sell those models.
The model is adorable.
Yeah, I'd build that little town in the garage or something like that. Put a little
Yeah.
table out there.
Yeah.
Today. We're going to try
Have a little
really
choo-choo
hard
train.
to keep it down to where a family of four can be something that they can afford and not spend their
Jesus
life
Christ.
savings to come spend a week with.
That place is gonna smell like White Claws and Axe body spray.
It's
Guaranteed. It's gonna be a fucking shit show.
Our
So
theme
bad.
park is scheduled to open in the fall of 2026.
I got a website.
I don't know. American Heartland? Let's see.
You know they got a website. Live Googling. There we go.
America.
Yeah, where's there?
Heartland.
See, this is worrying. Why is everyone talking about American Heartland? Where's their website? You know what I mean? Like how is everyone reporting about you coming up before, like, where's your park, bro?
It's insane. It's insane how much they've already jumped on it. $2 billion theme park. They're comparing it to Disneyland. Americana.
Like,
Which is interesting because Disney actually did create a Americana themed one, and it didn't do well.
like that guy's reading, like everything that guy said is on this one page.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's in these first, like this is.
Oh yeah, these are all press releases.
Yeah,
These
that's
aren't
all
actual
that's all he read.
reports. Yeah.
This isn't a photo. What the dude?
Is
Is
that
this
the
a
RV park?
I guess so.
Yeah, that's the RV park.
Dude, this is a grift. Where's the website? How do they not have a website? And no one has it. Everyone just has these same. Like, where are you getting this picture from? You said the photos from American Heartland. Did you ask them for the picture? Did you Google a picture?
So we're gonna say this is a conspiracy theory, everybody.
Oh yeah, this is going up on my fucking cork board. You better fucking believe it.
This gets its own
You better
string.
believe it. Guess what? Where's my little fucking boop?
Is this part of like the Trumpian money laundering schemes? Is
This is like
the
build
Saudi
the wall.
Arabia?
This is
Yeah.
like build the wall,
Yeah, there you go.
where you can get a bunch of patriots to invest into this property that doesn't fucking exist. Look at the fucking land, y'all.
There's
Look at the
nothing there.
land. There
Nothing.
is nowhere for them to put 235-acre park. Where? Right here? They're gonna just
And I
buy
think-
all. They bought all this.
I literally think it's supposed to surround the lake. Part of
You
the
know what I
lake
mean?
is
Or else people can just fucking swim up to your shit, or boat up to your shit.
yeah.
So you have to.
They're
be,
gonna privatize the lake.
Ain't no way. This is made up. Where's the construction? Like this is. Hey, yo.
Somebody's
I
going
guess-
down.
I guess people can grift how they want to grift. Big
Grifters be
meat
grifting.
run. What the fuck? All right, what is this? What's the grand staircase? Oh, you can go RVing and shit, or off-roading. Oh, that looks like a great way to waste money. Well, it's
There you go.
Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
There's
Living
not
there is a
much
waste of
else.
money.
Yeah, there's not much else to do. Except for, hey, you want to try and break our new toy? Okay.
we'll do that.
And they're all in
It's easier that
Wranglers
way.
too. Gross. Gross.
So now we broke Mikey.
I'm just saying, this is a false flag operation. Speaking of false flags,
The question for us is, are we a nation of laws?
no.
Are we a country
No,
where no one
answer.
is above the law? And what do the facts and the evidence show? And
I am above the law, but that's
certainly,
different.
I've been very
That is true. Me and you are above the law.
I mean, we always have been.
And I don't know if they should bother to write that in the Constitution, but just know it's there.
clear. I think he's guilty of the most serious dereliction of duty of any president in our nation's history. You've had a federal judge in California say that it's more likely than not that he and John Eastman committed two crimes. So, I think that we're going to continue to follow the facts. I think the Department of Justice will do that, but they have to make decisions about prosecution, understanding what it means if the facts and the evidence are there and they decide not to prosecute. How do we then call ourselves a nation of laws?
It's bad when Liz Cheney is continually dropping hammers on you.
Right.
I wouldn't let it happen. Not to me. You wouldn't do me like that. Maybe one hammer, but you're not going to just keep being right and be a Cheney.
Yeah, that's the hardest part about this whole thing is like, oh my God, she's still a Cheney.
Don't be the.
I mean, she's saying the correct thing, but she's still a Cheney.
You think she's? I think she's positioned to be somebody's vice, but I don't know who. Like maybe Marco.
Yeah.
I feel like the Republicans have like a shuffle step coming. Where the regular centrist Republicans are gonna try to put up somebody pretty bland but very safe.
Yeah.
And that person's gonna like a Jeb Bush without the Bush drama.
Yeah.
It was gonna be Raphael, but then he got caught with Cancun shit. He spoiled that.
Well, and then all of them who were so afraid of Trump just like skewed far right. So there's not as much centrist or even leaning right anymore. That would make a significant impact without like the collapse of MAGA. Collapse of MAGA influence, I think, needs to happen before the Republicans can actually come back from the dead.
Because if he doesn't make the primary if he gets like disqualified from the Georgia shit, so if Georgia disqualifies him, he's not on the ballot. I don't know that he's going to get written in, and they're going to just do that out of protest. They're probably just going to go for whoever's next.
I think
the Democrats and the Republicans want Trump just disqualified so that they don't even have to fucking deal with it this time. Like the Republicans are not fighting as hard with this whole Georgia disqualification with the electors and shit.
No, I almost feel like they're trying to get somebody to come out of the woodwork that could get as much inspire as much as Trump without having that baggage. And they already can't do Ron DeSantis because he's screwed himself.
You can't fight Disney, Florida stupid.
Florida is mad at him for being a shitty person.
Yeah.
So I mean, you won't be able if you can't win with your own state. Like you're not
kind of your
you're
draw.
not. Yeah. So until somebody comes out of the woodwork, somebody reveals themselves as the Republican, I think it's going to be they're going to be they're looking at Trump. They're going to be waiting to see what happens. Right? They're going to wait to see what's going to happen with his not just the Georgia, but all the other federal shit that's coming up.
Oh, I forgot about her. We made fun of her before.
Yeah.
What was her name? Oh God. Nikki Haley.
Yeah, but she's brown.
Yeah, that's true.
She's
Oh yeah, that's right. Tim Scott.
Tim Scott has a
boy, get
Tim-
out of here. No way.
Tim
in hell.
Scott has an actual chance, but again, it has
Ain't
Trump
no way.
has to not be viable. Like, to be absolutely not viable. I like that. Ted Cruz, no. Get out of here, Canadian.
Doug Burgum.
Yeah, he just declared.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember him.
Chris
There,
Christie.
see, there you go. So if they run Christie,
they could.
If they run Christie and fucking,
they could try to run Christie as a
Christie
foil.
Christie and Cheney.
They
now,
could run.
Now
they
it's
could run Christie. Yeah.
Now
as
it's
a,
establishment Republicans. No MAGA here. Just gonna start a couple of wars and drain Social Security. Just the regular shit. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Can't we just be normal Republicans? Like, can't we just cut taxes for
down,
the rich and
ignore
down all the everything else?
I'm shutting down all the black schools. No more clean water. But we're not Trump.
Yeah. We're just normal Republicans.
We might take that.
Throwing down the gauntlet, as Liz Cheney is known to do. Let's bring into our breaking news coverage Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. She spoke to federal prosecutors in March about the
I don't remember why I picked this.
Fake elector scheme.
I don't remember this. Maybe this is an accident.
Your reaction to today's breaking news. You're someone we have turned to
breaking
over
news.
the years.
To Brenna. We're going to Brenna for breaking news.
Of 2020
No,
and efforts to steal it from Donald Trump.
I don't want any part of this.
Today that Trump has received a target letter from Jack Smith in the January 6th probe.
Oh, come on.
Do it.
Come on. Soundboard.
It was working. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Sorry, guys.
I think it shows that we're moving towards justice being served. When the rule of law is broken, particularly in such a pernicious way to try to undermine and block the will of the people in our country, then if we allow that to stand, despite evidence that that there was an effort to undermine our democracy, then as Liz Cheney said, we are not a nation of laws, and indeed we are. And so I'm grateful.
Are we though? Sometimes we have laws that I will not deny.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know laws to exist here.
There are some laws. And there are some laws that a majority of people follow.
Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
That's
about
it.
it.
The wide scope of the investigation, that's leaving no stone unturned, and that it's a fact and evidence-based investigation to simply ensure justice is served so that we do not see a reoccurrence of these attempts in the future.
And I think that's an important thing to kind of get out of the way. Like, can we just make sure that we're not doing this again? Where we have to go through and okay, I thought you did something last time. Did you really do something this time? You should have did it last time. You're 2 years out. Let's get it done. Just get it done. It should have been done I don't know, after January 7th probably would have been a good day for them to start dealing with false electors and shit.
They've known about false electors for a while though. Before January 6th, they knew about the false electors. I mean, you watch those hearings too. They knew the Republicans knew a lot.
If you
beforehand.
knew, then why wouldn't you just fix it?
Because they get their way. That's the thing, Mikey.
Big news happening at the state level.
It's
as
only
well on
breaking the law if you lose.
Correct.
criminal accountability front in your state. The Attorney General announcing charges against 16 individuals who were charged with 8 counts each, all felonies.
You know, I'm so glad that they caught Hillary's emails and Antifa and Black Lives Matter. I'm finally glad that they caught these motherfuckers.
Convicted, leading to lengthy prison sentences. I guess 2 questions on this. We know this has been on her radar. She, as Tim pointed out, referred it to DOJ and then took the case back and focused on it anew. Seeing little action and movement from DOJ and a pre-Jack Smith
he wants to come in. He wants to visit you.
He's not outside. You know what he's doing? He's got his fucking face in the crack of the garage door, and he's barking so that my wife knows that he's in here. Because he's stupid.
Your reaction to these charges today in Michigan?
I think, look, this was an actionable plan.
Give
not
me
just an
names.
idea,
Give me
to lie
names.
to the federal government about who won a presidential
And these are
election
not fake
and how Michigan's
electors, as in like dead people that they just like, you know, they just wrote their names in. These are like real electors that, or real, you know, people with that position.
Right.
You know, high-ranking officials.
Let's
that
say
wrote
my district went, or my county went this way.
that this is actually the way that we're voting.
Right.
This is how I'm actually voting because this is the truth. Even though
yeah,
it's not the truth.
My county votes with me when I vote this way.
I'm actually the real elector. The fake electors are the ones in the room right now. Like they're fake. They're fake.
Fake news.
I'm real.
Real news.
Electoral vote should go. And it wasn't just, again, an idea. This was an actual
alternative real news.
Like fraudulent attempt to overturn and undermine the will of the people.
Legitimate
Legitimate
fake news.
Legitimate fake news. That's what we're going to be naming our new show, Mikey.
Legitimate fake news. I'm with it.
Legitimate fake news.
Hi,
Nobody
baby.
will know what we're doing.
Do you want to say hi to your girlfriend? Yeah. She said no. She made a real nasty face.
Oh, hey. I just got my hair done.
She said she just got her hair done. She said she just got her hair done. Baby, I'm not telling her that. Would you like to correct the record? I set her up. She said it looks good.
Okay.
She's kissing a baby now. All right.
Well,
hopefully she'll be doing that for the next.
Wish I could do that right now.
You are more than welcome over to the Famine household to come visit us. We thought you were coming already. Yeah. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
These documents were submitted to the federal government. Then we received them and then turned them over to the Attorney General for a full investigation. And so I'm very grateful that the Attorney General has followed the facts, followed the law, and issued charges against individuals for whom there was an overwhelming amount of evidence that
by the way, in the background, she has Detroit, right?
Yes.
Is that one of those beer bottle openers?
I think it's a can smasher.
Because
I think that part goes up, like this part goes up, and then your can goes in there, and then you kind of crunch it.
There you go.
Or if you're out there in the chat, let us know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
And I'm looking.
Maybe it's a sign.
I love looking at backgrounds, right? Because we've gotten to this era where we no longer have to be in the studio, and everybody has set up their little areas. So I'm looking at hers, and we have.
She's got a Funko Pop.
But what is that Funko Pop? Does it say Star Wars?
Hold on, let's enhance.
On the box. Enhance. I feel like we're the FBI.
All right, so there's the screenshot. Okay. And we're going to pop that bad boy open on our other screen.
Maybe that's Luke Skywalker. Funko.
All right, here we are.
Funko Pop.
All right, we're in there, pixel by pixel. It's a black suit.
Black suit, brownish hair. It doesn't look like this Funko Pop, but maybe it's one of the different ones. But it's got a part down the middle.
It does look like Luke in the stormtrooper outfit, but he's wearing the wrong outfit.
Yeah.
But the eyes are kind of girly. It's kind of got like the I don't know what that could be.
So maybe it's not Luke Skywalker. But doesn't it look like it has a Star Wars plate underneath?
It does.
So because of the way that it's shaped. I don't know. I'm looking at the Star Wars one, and that's not one with a part down the middle. Somebody needs to find this for me because I'm actually really curious about what her... Because it looks like a Luke Skywalker in black, but it doesn't have the right part, and that's bothering the hell out of me right now. None of these are correct.
Let's do this.
Okay.
In my view, allegedly took actions to violate not just any laws, but the very laws that govern the access to our elections and who has power in our country. So I'm optimistic that we'll see justice served here.
Wait, you mean
we'll
falsifying election documents is a federal crime? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Oops. Is that a crime?
I think it's a crime.
Why though?
In this country.
But why though?
In other countries, it's probably pretty well established as part of their routine.
I've got a comment from the chat here. Looks like Return of the Jedi Luke.
See, that's what I'm thinking. But the part's all wrong, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's more to it and we just can't tell.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of in the shadow.
Okay.
Okay. Young lady, please fix your lighting so we can better tell which Funko Pop that is. Or just like just put a sign.
Can we contact her? I mean, she's a public figure.
What's her name? Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. I can't. I'll have to add her. At Jocelyn. Which Funko Pop is on your bookshelf? Okay, we'll see if she answers back.
All right.
Process plays out, but this certainly underscores
won't,
that there's
but
a
it's
role
worth
for
a try.
states to play as
She
well
might.
in seeking
It's an
full
innocent question.
accountability for all of those who took actions to undermine the will of the people in 2020.
Yay, undermine the will of the people.
Received a lot of recognition. I know that's not right. You did it, and I know that nothing really ever erases the fear of having armed people outside your house when you're inside with your child. But those things stipulated, some of the people who have been recognized alongside you over the last 2.5 years are the Capitol Police officers themselves, who paid the price of this insurrection and engaged in what one described as, quote, medieval hand-to-hand combat. Others described it as worse than things they'd seen in combat, if they were combat veterans. I spoke to one of the officers today who said, I don't feel happy. I feel this almost unrelenting sense of rage and grief that it's taken this long and it still feels like a long shot. How do you feel?
I feel energized, frankly. I mean, we're in the midst of preparing for the 2024 presidential election cycle. Amidst this breaking news, I've been in meetings all day with individuals, not just in Michigan, but across the country, about how we're going to protect the 2024 presidential election cycle.
I can't
from
tell
any
what it
known
is.
or potential tactics that
I have to stop
could be
looking at
employed
it.
again or anew.
I have to like crop it out because it's
I'm
so
just-
distracting.
I'm obsessed so much. I'm so obsessed
I
with it.
can't tell what it is.
I can't.
You know what?
It's
Yeah,
making
I'll
me
do it.
angry.
Give me a second. This is a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it.
To
Oh,
overturn
no.
election results simply because individuals don't like them. And so the fact that we are seeing any type of progress at justice for the events that occurred in the past gives me a renewed sense of hope and energy that we'll see justice, and that is in some ways going to be our best tool to prevent a reoccurrence of these attempts in 2024. So I'm hopeful. And I mean, felony charges coming out of Michigan are serious. The potential charges coming out of the federal government are serious, and they will do what is needed to be done, in my view, to ensure that we don't see a reoccurrence of at least these tactics in future elections.
And you know what? This is all a bunch of bullshit. Because this is just targeted, politicized, weaponized politics at its best. I watched some of that, and God, DC is so frustrating. This is why people don't run, because if you actually like start, like I've been trying to watch like C-SPAN every day for a couple hours every day, as boring as it is sometimes, just to.
Do you schedule? Do you like, oh, this is the hearing that I wanna watch?
I haven't been able to keep a schedule for, how old are you? 4 months. I don't know. I just can't. I'm
You're
not
just whenever
capable.
you're awake, it's on.
Right. And it is if it's not backbreakingly boring, it's so breathtakingly full of shit.
So we're learning from Parliament is what we're doing. We've got to get to the level where Parliament is, where we can start yelling at people from the floor. But we have decorum rules, which are funny because we shouldn't have decorum rules at this point because nobody follows decorum. Let's go full British Parliament.
I found
Right,
another,
Wayne?
I found another video.
Oh Christ.
It's still out of focus. Oh wait, that's a little clearer.
I
What? No.
No, it's the same.
Hopefully she gets back to us.
It'd be funny.
It would be pretty sweet. All right, we got some timestamps.
Okay.
It's timestamp time, I think. I gotta close all these extra windows. She didn't answer me yet.
Are you upset? Do you need?
She left me on red. Okay. Who's first? Who do you want to go to first? We have 3 ladies. Which do you want to go to firsties?
Let's go sane to crazy.
Sane to crazy. I think Crockett is the most sane.
Okay, let's go.
There's so much that's been put out there. You're just kind of all over the place. So just rock with me.
And this is they had a panel of whistleblowers testifying to the House about Hunter Biden's laptop.
So who called for this hearing? Do we know?
I don't know.
No.
Whatever this committee is.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oversight. Okay.
Oh yeah, House Oversight Committee.
Okay.
For
Who's in charge of oversight? Who's the head
Jim
of the
Jordan,
oversight?
I think.
Oh Christ.
Let me see. Leader of Oversight Committee. James Comer.
Oh.
First of all, I want to get the elephant out of the room. Just to be clear, both of you
You probably should. You probably should.
Yeah, get all.
Usually they take up a lot of room. They do oftentimes need to use the bathroom, and they're large, so and they eat a lot. But they're good.
Violent.
They're good animals.
They're violent.
Nonetheless. But I would probably remove it from the chamber as soon as possible. So yeah, for safety purposes, please remove the elephant.
And we'll remind everybody not to bring in food or drink into the chamber.
Deposition testimony, and in your depositions, neither one of you
Sorry,
ever
I had
stated
to do it.
that President Joe Biden
interfered
with your investigations, correct?
The transcript doesn't include that, no. Yeah.
No, let's hear this.
That President Tony at the room. Just to be clear, both of you provided deposition testimony, and in your depositions, neither one of you ever stated that President Joe Biden interfered with your investigations, correct?
The transcript doesn't include that, no.
Yeah, the transcript does not include that.
Nor does.
So why are we here?
I like how they're like, shit, she figured us out.
Make it make sense. I'm glad she gets me, because I hate it when people get up there and this is several hours into them testifying.
Yeah.
Did Biden ever try to stop you from investigating? Well, no. Well, what the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
You wasted our whole afternoon.
Does it include that Merrick Garland interfered with your investigations, correct?
The transcript does not say that, no.
Thank you. The reason that I...
This is so good.
I knew she wouldn't disappoint.
This is it. That's all. Just done. Just cut it
off. Can we go home now?
First round's on me, everybody.
I'm on a rewatch Game of Thrones, so I just kind of want to get back to the crib. If that's cool. If we're done here, I'll just go home.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on my Star Trek.
I'm going through TNG for watch number 6.
I say that is because it's the insinuation that this committee is trying to make, or at least one side of this committee is trying to make.
She would too.
Is
she's probably a big Star Trek fan. I could probably.
Oh, her a girl for sure. For sure.
I mean, Joy Reid is a huge nerd, and she always she finds these nerd girls too, and it's cool.
And the geek shall inherit the earth.
For some reason,
100%.
there was interference, and my colleagues continue to make sure that they outline the fact that this investigation actually started under the Trump administration. So that's the reason about who appointed who comes up. But at the end of the day, we have no evidence whatsoever that the president nor the Attorney General of the United States interfered. But I also want to make sure that we outline some legal principles, since we've got so...
Say, oh, you think you about that? You think it's a game?
About to go to law school.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
so many newfound prosecutors today.
Oh, wait.
What did we get?
Oh, that makes sense.
Is it really?
That makes sense. It's the cure.
Why would that make sense?
Because of her age. She looks like she likes the cure. It's just, it's the kids who were like seniors when we were like 8th graders. Like, it's those kids. They like the cure. Did you like the cure? No, because we had boy and girl bands. We didn't need that shit. Fuck off, Cure.
Today on this committee, number one, just to be clear, just because you investigate something, it doesn't necessarily mean that there will be a conviction, correct?
That's correct.
That is correct.
Okay. In fact, in our criminal justice system, you are cloaked in a presumption of innocence. That is what happens under the Constitution, okay? So we all have a role to play. Your role is investigative, correct?
Correct.
Investigative.
Investigated.
Investigative.
All right. So then you have an
But the emphasis in the wrong syllable.
Infestificus. Oh shit.
USA, who usually is the one that is responsible for taking
Oh god, they're blending.
the evidence. Actually, they probably have an investigator in their office. There's usually an investigator that is directly within their office that will review any documentation that you provide, and then they will sit down and talk to the AUSA's office about recommendations, like what the charges will look like and things like that. Is that not correct?
If that's correct, I've never seen that.
Okay.
How you not even know?
Wow.
So you didn't do it. So you didn't do it the legal way. You just went public. Okay.
He doesn't understand.
Well, he gonna learn today.
He better write this shit down.
That's okay,
For
everybody.
next time.
It's okay, everybody. I'll send them the link.
Let me be clear. There is a level after you get done with your investigation in which the U.S. Attorney's Office then will look at the evidence that you've provided and they will make decisions, correct?
Yes, and they all four assigned attorneys agreed with recommending felony and misdemeanor tax charges.
I heard your testimony before. I'm not going to dispute that. The difference is I've done the defense side of this before. Mm-hmm. So as far as I'm concerned, it sounds like a sweetheart deal because I've never pled anyone to every single count of a federal indictment in the first place unless they only had one count. I have always negotiated, and unlike on the state level, I typically do my negotiations a lot of times before there's even an indictment because a lot of times my clients are actually turning evidence over and all kinds of things. But the thing is, those conversations have never taken place with an investigator. They always take place with the U.S. attorney. So the point is, you don't have the ultimate charging authority. The people that did, they decided to do what they decided to do for whatever reasons, correct?
So in my experience,
Didn't you hear her say correct? So yes or no?
She's not even looking for acknowledgement. Like she knows she's right.
I know I'm right, but do you understand that I'm right?
Yeah. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Am I going slow enough for you? Do you need
Do you
pictures?
understand the words that are coming out of my
How
mouth?
is that not on the fucking board? I will be honest. Yes, dude, the words coming out of my mouth.
Is you don't have the ultimate charging authority. The people that did.
Do you speak any English?
They decided to do what they decided to do for whatever reasons, correct?
So in my experience, I've always been a part of that, at that table, talking to the AUSA and talking about the charging decisions. So that's not accurate to say that I'm not.
So for this
investigator is not involved in that.
So
process.
this time it was a little different for you, and that's why you felt as if something was wrong. But I want to get to something else really quickly. I want to talk about what we should be prosecuting.
Better.
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
Y'all shouldn't have brought it up.
You might want to get her some tea so she could spill it.
To be looking at the fact that in 2017, Trump's first year in office, he also made $6.5 million from China, his tax returns show. The source of the China payments is not clear from the returns. The payments were a surprise since Trump is an outspoken critic of the $5.8 million that Hunter Biden made. The difference is Trump was our president when he made this money from China, whereas I'm sure you would agree with me, Hunter Biden has always been a private citizen.
You know, I was talking to Tim and HR Johnson in my stream yesterday, and let me tell you.
What stream is that, sir?
Over on my twitch.tv/MikeFamily.
Okay. You might as well promote yourself if you're gonna do it.
Word.
Yeah.
But they were like, you know what? We should impeach this Hunter Biden guy. And I'm like, yeah.
Exactly.
He sounds like a real knucklehead in public office.
To put the articles of impeachment.
That guy needs to get fired.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh. We've got a lot of other stuff. In fact, it's clear that Trump never paid more than $750 in taxes.
That is what kills me. Is listening to them go through all of these fucking bank records, adding up this, calculating that. That motherfucker paid $750 on $1 billion? Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
He's just that smart, huh? Man, y'all crazy.
For, I want to say, a total of like 2 years of his taxes, which is absolutely insane. But we also know that it showed that Trump claimed large cash donations to charities, but the report said the IRS did not verify them. The report also said that while Trump's tax filings were large and complicated...
Hold on. Time out here.
Why not?
The IRS didn't verify these? So is this part of the reason why the Republicans want to completely defund and remove the IRS from federal from the federal funding? Is maybe because the job of the IRS is to look for fraud, tax fraud? I wonder who's really the tax fraud here.
I mean,
we'll never know. We'll never know.
For them to want taxes as low as it is, they sure like to talk taxes all the time.
Well, it's other people's taxes.
Yes.
It's the taxpayers.
Yes.
Even though most taxpayers don't mind paying taxes as long as their taxes are going to places that are beneficial for society, such as public education, public health,
roads,
food safety, roads are kind of air quality for some reason.
Streets and
water.
Sanitation.
Don't know. Publicly funded outreach programs that help people like homeless individuals and safety. But
hey, don't be feeding homeless people. They'll lock you up.
They will. Don't feed them. They deserve it. They deserve it, Mikey.
Don't feed humans.
Don't do it.
All lives matter. You feed that homeless person, I'll lock your ass up in the slammer. What the fuck?
Like I always say, just the way Jesus would have wanted.
Just as Jesus prescribed.
The IRS does not appear to have signed experts to work on them. That is shameful. In addition to that, we heard testimony earlier that talked about whether or not you executed a search warrant under Section 913.420 of the DOJ's Justice Manual. It specifically states that when searching the premises of an attorney that is the subject of an investigation, prosecutors are expected to take the least intrusive approach consistent with vigorous and effective law enforcement. It's kind of what they did for Trump when they gave him a number of opportunities to turn over the documents, our national secrets, that he kept in the toilet, but he chose not to.
Wow.
I love her so much.
Like, Mike is being dropped right now.
Jeez.
And that's why he is facing federal charges down in Florida. And finally, I just want to make sure that we clear up something about the Central Park 5, because I don't think my colleague from the other side of the aisle understands that not only were they found to be not guilty, they were paid $41 million in a 2014 settlement because their civil rights in that lawsuit were violated. In addition to that, we do know that one of the Central Park 5 now serves on city council, Yusuf Salam. So I ask unanimous consent that I allow this.
Without objection, so ordered, and the lady's time's expired. But would the lady yield a quick question?
What she is doing is in the record for this Hunter Biden investigation. She is actually putting in, this is what we actually need to be investigating. We need to spend our time and our energy on investigating somebody who is dangerously defrauded the United States. She's very, very smart.
All right.
And she is going places.
Over.
All right.
Next up on the menu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Just slightly more crazy, but
good afternoon,
still
Mr. Shapley.
within a reasonable human.
Yes.
And Mr.
I'm sorry, AOC, you're old news.
Yeah.
AOC's out. Crockett's in.
Ziegler, and I want to thank you both for appearing before us today. I understand that this is not easy.
You now have a different poster up. You ripped off AOC's.
Better luck next time.
And it is very important that both of you are respected during the course of this hearing. Mr. Ziegler, in your deposition to the Ways and Means Committee, I believe you said that this that you began this investigation in 2018, correct?
That is correct.
And so some of the events that you discuss in your deposition took place 2, 3, 4 years ago, correct? Over the last several years.
Yeah, that would be correct.
In your deposition in front of the Ways and Means Committee and in your testimony before us today, you have relayed your memory of events that occurred over the course of a nearly 5-year investigation. And Mr. Ziegler, when you testified before the Ways and Means Committee, you also testified that you were told that it was then Attorney General William Barr who made the decision to merge the D.C. and Delaware Hunter Biden investigations, correct?
I did testify to that, correct.
Aha! Obvious collusion. You worked with the Wait a minute.
And a few weeks after that testimony, your attorney wrote in a letter to Congress, I quote, Mr. Ziegler is confident he was told by his supervisor that the merging of the cases was at the direction of an official at the Department of Justice. However, on further reflection, Mr. Ziegler cannot definitively state that his then supervisor said that the Department of Justice official directing the merger of the cases was Attorney General Barr, correct?
That is correct. And I can tell you that I actually refreshed my memory from looking at my emails. And there was an email that I found from my supervisor at that time that stated what had happened. And I can turn that over to the House Ways and Means Committee.
I just had a email that was unread. Literally with every single thing that you just said on it. I just didn't
It just
open
magically appeared.
I just didn't open it.
Yeah.
It's in my email. If you search my email right now, it'll be in there. I just haven't turned it over yet, but I can do that right away.
Yeah. It wasn't, I didn't know I had it. It wasn't part of the initial, nobody asked for it.
Right.
Nobody asked me. If somebody would have asked me, I would have done it.
I didn't even know I had it.
All of a sudden.
In the dead of night.
Oh my God.
At some point.
And in that updated email, does it include Attorney General Barr or not?
So I can't speak to the contents of that email, but...
No problem. I think in light...
You didn't read it.
It's privilege.
Yeah.
Whatever I didn't read.
Whatever I didn't read.
Light of the correction, and truly in good faith.
Maybe it's one of those. Maybe it's one of those Hillary Clinton emails.
Or maybe it's like a Snapchat where it goes away.
Ooh.
So he's like waiting to open it until he can really focus.
Yeah. Well, emails, they take a while to read.
And screenshot. You would totally screenshot some snaps. Totally. I screenshot without shame.
All the time, right? The recollection of these investigations require an extraordinary amount of detail, and the charges of what is being brought forward today are extremely serious, which require a high threshold of evidence, including investigations and depositions. But I hope you'd agree that even the best memory can be fallible at times, and that is the widely understood reality in our justice system. Mr. Shapley, from your testimony today, I think you would agree that it is important that criminal investigations be conducted fairly and free from political influence. That's why we're here today, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, as you stated, and as was kind of discussed with Mr. Khanna and with others, there are often disagreements.
Wait a minute.
It seems as though within some of the transcribed interviews that we read, it says, yes, about 90% of the time, there is this IRS reviewing attorneys disagree with the charging decisions of the agents in the group, correct?
That was part of the testimony, not all of it.
In some of
just say, yeah, I said that.
Your comments, you've also noted that
you've
made reference to a special counsel.
It's already part of the record. You already testified to it.
Yeah.
So just say yeah.
Yeah, just agree and we can move on.
Gotta sneak a little couple of syllables in there to assert my manliness.
Counsel in this situation. But I believe what there might be a reference to here is the question of a special attorney, not a special counsel, correct?
So if you're speaking about the October 7th, 2022 email that I documented contemporaneously on that day, that's why I documented it on that day, so that, 9 months later. I'm not trying to recall a specific word. And so it says special counsel authority. That's what he said that day. That's what a senior executive IRS corroborated when he responded to my email as well.
And I do think that distinction is important, because in this letter to Chairman Jordan, the issue at hand seems to be a special attorney, not a special counsel, which are two distinct, different legal authorities. And there also may be some confusion, I think, with respect to that as well.
Y'all don't even know what y'all asking for. You wouldn't even ask right.
She's like, you're not even speaking the right word. You don't even know what's going on. You're just throwing things out there thinking they sound cool.
Hello, restaurateur. I'd like one dinner, please.
Which brings me to the point of political influence.
I like a plate of meal.
Yes, 2 meals. And 2 cups with drinks in them.
With a beverage and
1 beverage and 1 drink, please.
1 beverage and 1 drink.
Where there actually is a set of breadcrumbs, however, is in a set of tweets and letters sent from former President Trump to several chairs, to the chair of the House Judiciary Committee that we see here. In fact, according to New York Times article, which I'd like to present to the record today, President Trump's attorney wrote to the Judiciary Committee chairman, urging him to investigate what he called, quote, a rogue local district attorney. And after that New York DA convened a grand jury that ultimately indicted Donald Trump, Chairman Jordan complied with that letter. Shortly after President Trump's attorney sent that letter to the committee, which is highly unusual, a very highly unusual act. And in fact, after that, on March 20th, Chairman Jordan, together with the Committee on House Administration, Chairman Brian Steele, as well as the chairman of this committee, wrote to District Attorney Bragg and then demanded a sweeping series of documents, including communications between the DA's office and the Department of Justice, also highly unusual.
Wait a minute here.
The Ashleys.
In fact, on his Truth Social account later on, Donald Trump claimed that the U.S. attorney investigating Hunter Biden, a U.S. attorney, by the way, that Donald Trump appointed.
I don't know why we have to remind people that, but that's really irritating.
Yeah.
Because when they they attack, the Secretary of State said such and such. It's like, you voted for him.
Yeah.
You liked him 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
But that's the thing about Trump. That's why this thing is such a cult. Because what happens in a cult? When somebody tells you how you're supposed to feel, you're supposed to feel that way. So one day, they're the greatest, they're the smartest, they're on your side. One Trump flips the switch, and they're terrible, horrible. They're the Democrats,
Eat
toadies.
babies.
It's because he's got these people, wrapped around his finger. He goes where the wind blows.
There's some wind blowing, all right.
There's some hot air.
Some hot air passing.
Was, quote, a coward. And then in that, he then urged that maybe the presiding judge will have the courage and intellect to break up this, quote, cesspool of crime. Curiously, just a few days after this tweet, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, sent a letter to U.S. Attorney David Weiss and Attorney General Merrick Garland, who are implicated in this hearing, explicitly asking them to place the whistleblower testimony from the committee's depositions into the court record, which were addressed during the chairman's opening statements, before Hunter Biden's plea hearing at the end of the month.
Dexter.
And as you can see right here,
Unplug my light.
Oh.
Get out of here, kitty. No, the last 3 times you've asked for food, there's food in there. Fucking just wanted me to walk.
Chairman Smith explicitly said, and I quote, entering this information into the formal record. Additionally, those 2 chairmen waived onto this hearing today. Highly unusual.
Will the gentlelady yield?
And one moment.
Wow.
And when we talk about political influence, we are not here today, unfortunately, because the facts have brought us here. We are here today because Donald Trump is exerting an influence campaign in Congress when he is no longer president of the United States. In addition to that, if we want to talk about charges that have been dismissed, and if we do want to follow the evidence, perhaps we should discuss Ivanka Trump's investigation who was close to being charged with felony fraud after Donald Trump's personal attorney provided political contributions to the local DA. Those charges were dismissed, and ultimately we saw that DA Vance, President Trump's attorney, provided over $50,000 in political contributions after the case was dismissed.
Now we know Trump doesn't pay his people.
Right.
So that money did not come from his attorney himself. That is not a personal check.
Well,
that is
whichever dumbass he's got latched on to him at the moment.
Top. Yeah, it's from the top there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So when we talk about political contributions, I would hope, if we are following the evidence, that we are willing, that this committee, if this committee is going to go there, that they be willing to open investigations into the dismissal of charges against Ivanka Trump. And, by the way, if the gentlelady from Georgia wanted to follow evidence, we should also take a look at, hypothetically, a case where sex trafficking charges against a 17-year-old girl potentially...
The gentlelady's time's expired.
Thank you.
Oh, we don't want to talk about Matt Gaetz?
Oh, wait a second.
We want to talk about Matt Gaetz?
Wait a second.
We don't want to talk about Matt Gaetz?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Time is up. He takes the timer and he's like, oh, wait. Clink. It's done.
He takes the timer and eats it.
Across the room.
He Cookie Monsters it. Just
okay.
Speak of the devil.
Speaking of the gentlewoman from Georgia.
Have you seen this yet? You haven't seen this, right?
I haven't seen this.
Oh.
I know what's about to happen though. That's the problem.
Oh.
Evidence and proof of a crime is presented.
Don't look.
Don't
look into a crowd.
Someone could say,
you're correct, Rules.
Yep.
Gentleman's time's expired. Chair now recognizes Ms. Green for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before we begin, I would like to let the committee and everyone watching at home that parental discretion is advised. I would also like to remind everyone that on our Oversight Committee...
That's not how that works.
We provide oversight to all parts of the federal government, including their Department of Justice, and their willingness to prosecute and their unwillingness to prosecute, and whether it's politically motivated.
That bitch knows nothing about politically motivated.
All the motherfuckers, dude. Of all the motherfuckers, dude. They always put us in this fucking position. Like when fucking Gab the Tulsa Mater was fucking trying to lecture George Santos about integrity. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is like
look in the mirror every once in a while. Talk to that person.
No.
I would also like
tell that person not to be politically motivated.
I can't be honest with myself.
Say that when evidence and proof of a crime is presented, no prosecution should be denied.
I agree.
No matter who the person is.
Which is why we should lock up whoever picked your clothes out today.
To the whistleblowers today, I thank both of you for your courage to come to the committee today.
Actually, your hairdresser needs
to truth. I have great
those roots are long. Look, I at least go like, I know when my roots are bad, and I apologize for my roots. She needs to apologize.
Her outgrowth is as thick as her eyebrow cleft.
Respectfully, so thank you. I would like to talk with you both about Hunter Biden and his tax write-offs with his law firm, Owasco.
Oh, whoa, hold on, time out.
Yes. We need to get into this.
Wait, tax write-offs? Like,
yes.
That's a problem?
Hunter Biden's tax write-offs are a big deal.
So it's Hunter Biden's tax write-offs.
Correct.
Not anybody else's, just specifically one man's.
Yeah.
Not tax write-offs in general.
No.
Not. Okay.
No.
No, wouldn't be
she
that
likes
way.
hers.
I would like to ask.
And her PPP loans.
Ask Mr. Ziegler.
Well, they got forgiven.
Isn't that nice?
Because she's a job creator, even though she actually doesn't have a real business that was just to get the money. Okay.
Yep.
Just move on.
When did you start your investigation? In your testimony, it was November 2018.
Nobody's
Is that correct?
talking about
yes or
that.
no?
Nobody's talking about these businesses that suddenly got PPE.
What's her job? What does she do for trade? Before
I don't think she has.
Yes, that's correct.
One currently, because I thought there's. Let's see.
Oh God, I gotta stop saying that.
Yeah, the Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. I just fucking hate typing out Marjorie. It just looks so wrong.
It's a bad name.
And then her green has an E on the end. It's like real Wayne.
Yeah. Marjorie. Madge.
Yeah, it says businesswoman. Oh, and conspiracy theorist. Oh, there you go.
Hey, at least they get it right.
Yeah, they got it all
does
right.
she? I mean, she does get paid for that, so she's a professional conspiracy theorist.
Correct.
Huh.
In 2002, Green's father sold Taylor Commercial, an Alpharetta, Georgia-based general contracting company that he founded, to Green and her husband, Perry.
Oh, whoa. Hey,
So
okay.
She's a business owner.
She's a business owner.
From the ground up that daddy fucking gave you. Your daddy gave you a fucking business. Unfucking real. And this is the shit. And these are the same motherfuckers that want everyone else to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and work for fucking $10 an hour.
Well, and they're attacking Hunter Biden and saying that, like, Joe Biden did, like, they can't do that anymore. They can't go after Joe Biden in this because they know it's completely fake. And so now they have to go after his taxes in this case.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, God.
Even worse.
Thank you.
Even worse than her hair?
Yes.
It's not even like, it's not even a bottle color.
It's a bottle that was left out in the sun color.
It's like serious bleach. Like she just bleached her hair.
Clorox.
The House Ways and Means
basically
Committee,
what
you
it
stated
is.
that through
Those little that's what she uses hand sanitizer for.
bank records,
there
you
you go.
identified Hunter Biden was paying prostitutes related to a potential prostitution ring. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes, that's correct.
If you're saying is that correct, you don't have to say yes or no.
Yeah.
It's implied. You're not a real lawyer. That's how lawyers talk, and you're trying to copy the lawyers, and you're doing it wrong.
Well, she does have her smart person glasses on.
Yeah, which are fucking hanging off of her face. I said that in my video. I was so
even...
pissed, dude. I hate it when people do that. Push your fucking glasses up or take them off.
Yeah.
Just squint, for fuck's sake.
Or do what normal people do and get the right glasses. she can't even see out of them.
That's a pretty good still frame.
Also reviews that those same bank reports, commonly referred to as SARS.
And this is another thing. So she does a lot of conflation and a lot of cross speak.
Suspicious activity reports.
So,
same bank reports, commonly referred to as SARS, suspicious activity reports.
So that's not true, first of all. SARS have to do with wiring money and money transfers. It has nothing to do with banking. Bank accounts are involved, obviously, because that's where it's going. But It's for couriers of wire transfers. It's something that a courier, like someone who has MoneyGram at, I don't know, say a grocery store that they maybe worked on and off in that industry for 15 years. Someone like that might have to fill out a SARS, and then that gets reported to the FBI and the IRS. But they're rare. You don't do them very often.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm very troubled by them. We read thousands of them in the Treasury. This particular
because that's the department that it goes to.
Excerpt from a SARS report talks about human trafficking, and in regards to Hunter Biden and Owasco and payments he was making.
So I actually read that in my video. I could try to pull it up. It's still blurry as shit because they ran the whole stream in 720p. This is my tax dollars at work. Fucking 720p. Unfucking believable. Should be 4K, goddammit.
Should be 8K at this point.
At this point, for all the money they're fucking spending.
At this point, it should be virtual reality.
I should just know what they said.
I should
just know already.
It should already be in your
I should remember this already for how much it costs.
Just download.
But pretty much all this thing even said was here. JP Morgan Chase filed the reports, and then it said that his business did business with another business that had been accused of things. So not that he did it, but that his business did business with people who had done bad business.
Regards
so
to
like
Hunter
it's
Biden.
like me going into Walmart and buying
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's not a direct I'm involved in their schemes. It's that I gave them money for something that's totally unrelated.
Right. So I tried to make the illustration yesterday, like using Tim. So if I loaned you $1,000 and I sent it to you through a wire transfer, and then you use that $1,000 to buy gear and rob banks, I didn't fund your fucking bank thing. You said you needed money because you were short on cash, so I helped you out. I am not you know what I mean? I'm not an accomplice just because somebody else does something different. And if I send money to somebody and they have all these other wire transfers from them doing funny stuff, that doesn't mean that I'm involved with it. I just sent the guy fucking money.
It's not the same wire transfer.
Correct.
And Owasco.
But she just highlights what she wants to highlight and she reads what she wants to read. Unfortunately, I wish I was being biased on this. That's literally what it says on our fucking sign.
Yeah. It's not that you're a liberal, it's that you're
literate.
You read. Yeah.
And payments he was making.
You're a snowflake, sir. You're a snowflake.
What's even more troubling to me is that the Department of Justice has brought no charges against Hunter Biden that will vindicate the rights of these women who are clearly victims under the law. I would like to talk about in your prior testimony,
Sorry, I had to put the cat out. What'd she say?
Go back.
To me is that the Department of Justice has brought no charges against Hunter Biden that will vindicate the rights of these women who are clearly victims under the law.
That doesn't even make sense.
This is like she is. Will somebody please think of the children on this one?
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Let's
it does not make sense.
Keep that in mind. Let's keep the women, the victims here,
right?
Of Hunter Biden and his having sex with them for money, tens of thousands of dollars. Let's think of these victims that she's advocating for. She's advocating at this point.
I would like to talk about in your prior testimony, you stated that the prosecutorial team was investigating violations of the Mann Act. Is that correct, Mr. Ziegler?
What's the Mann Act? What's the Mann Act?
Let's go look it up.
What?
I think you've looked this up before.
Yeah, for my video. Why can't I go back? Enter? Oh boy. Oh, I hit I hit F12. Oh, it's the journeys thing. I hate that. It gets me. There we go. The Mann Act. I actually remembered this from school. What is the Mann Act in simple terms? Primary tabs. The Mann Act, also known as the White Slave Traffic Act of 1910, is a federal law that criminalizes the transportation of any woman or girl for the purpose of prostitution or debauchery, or for any other immoral purpose. Where was it? There was a good article I found. Where was it? Here it is. From old PBS.
Ye old PBS.
Ye old PBS. And then there was some good stuff here about Jack Johnson.
Nice.
I like Jack Johnson. The Supreme Court dramatically widened the scope of the Mann Act 3 years later in a Caminetti versus United States. In March of 1913, Drew Caminetti, the son of prominent California politician and a friend, Mari Diggs, both married and having affairs, took their mistresses by train to Sacramento. From Sacramento to Reno. I did the exact same thing in my fucking video. I think it's my eyeballs. Their betrayed wives tipped off the police, and both men were arrested upon their arrival in Reno. Caminetti and Diggs were tried and found guilty. On appeal, Caminetti's lawyer argued that the intent of Congress was to target only commercialized vice, and that while his client's behavior may have been immoral, it was free from commercialism and coercion. Citing Biddy, Justice William R. Day wrote for the majority that the language of the act, being plain, is the sole evidence of the ultimate legislative intent, and that not applying the law in this case would shock the common understanding of what constitutes a moral purpose.
What? Jeez.
All that to say, such an interpretation of the law in effect criminalized all premarital and extramarital sexual relationships that involved interstate travel. So your boo thing couldn't be across state lines, or else you would be in violation of the Mann Act, which was a federal crime. With behavior that was so commonplace, now illegal, federal prosecutors had a weapon that could be very easily be abused in order to prosecute undesirables who were otherwise law-abiding citizens. Jack Johnson's conviction in 1913 was ostensibly for transporting a white prostitute from Pittsburgh to Chicago, but was motivated by public outrage over his marriages to white women. We'll teach you. Back to your place. In 1944, actor Charlie Chaplin was acquitted of the Mann Act indictment stemming from a paternity suit. In actuality, the case was motivated by Chaplin's left-of-center political views and was personally instigated by FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, who had called Chaplin one of Hollywood's parlor Bolshevik. In 1959, a black rock and roll star Chuck Berry was convicted of violating the Mann Act and served 20 months in prison for transporting across state lines an underage Apache girl who was weeks later arrested on a prostitution charge. And then this last one, I'm sorry, all this is very important. The Mann Act has never been repealed, but has been substantially amended in recent years. In 1978, Congress updated the definition of transportation in the Act and added protection for minors of either sex against commercial sex exploitation. In 1986, amendment further protected minors and added protection for adult males and replaced debauchery with any immoral purpose with any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with a criminal offense. That's very important because...
That is correct.
Regarding the Mann Act, if a person is transported across state lines for sexual activity, such as prostitution, that could be a violation of a federal law. Is that correct?
I actually recently looked at the federal law regarding Mann Act, and I believe that that is correct, but I would refer you to the DOJ manual.
Thank you.
Veering out of your lane, cowboy.
Thank you. I would like to
Now let's look at her advocate for these women.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Let's listen to her advocate for these women.
Committee.
These victims.
is showing Hunter Biden paying for a victim's United flight from LA to Dulles. This was I believe this is a violation of the Mann Act. This is Hunter Biden's, this is his proof that he bought the ticket. He bought it for this woman right here.
That's the only picture you could find of her, huh? A clearly private picture that she didn't send with the intent of Marjorie Taylor Greene to put it on a fucking poster board and to put on national television. Advocate.
I wonder, yeah.
Advocate for these victims.
He flew her from Los Angeles to Washington on June 14th, flew her back to Los Angeles, California on June 15th of 2018.
It's first class.
And I would like to point out that if he was purchasing her a plane ticket for sex and traveling across state lines, do you believe that to be a violation of the Mann Act, Mr. Ziegler?
Now, it's very important what he says next. Because he is testifying in front of Congress right now.
Yeah.
He is not a lawyer. This is not his case. That is an accusation of a crime.
Yeah.
Are you going to stand there under oath and accuse somebody else of a crime?
So I can talk to specifically what's in my
what's in my trans. And is this what she has described? Is this part of that hearing of this supposed sex trafficking?
It was on his laptop, so I guess it's fair game.
Okay, so not necessarily.
No.
Okay. Yeah, she is a shit person.
I told you, sloppy.
This is ridiculous.
Sloppy bitch.
Oh my God.
Sloppy bitch.
Script regarding the Mann Act.
She should get arrested for this.
So I know we were compiling the information together.
Ooh, wait, what?
Hold on.
State lines, do you believe that to be a violation of the Mann Act, Mr. Ziegler?
So I can talk to specifically what's in my transcript regarding the Mann Act. So I know we were compiling the information together.
Yes, but Mr. Ziegler, as the law states, by the code of the law, it states traveling, paying someone to go across state lines is prostitution. It's a violation of the Mann Act. Let me just move on just one more second.
Wow.
So she has said it.
Wow.
So now you have
because he won't say it.
Because that we don't say that stuff because I don't want us to get in legal trouble smearing people like that.
Yeah.
I got some lawyer friends. I'll have to reach out to them and see if they can do a one-on-one interview tonight so I can see if she can be held criminally in trouble for that, or at least civilly.
I mean, she just accused a citizen of a federal crime in front of
under oath.
In front of a federal hearing.
I will ask.
Okay.
Because that seems like it should be a fucking problem.
Slap those glasses off of.
Say, oh, you think you bought that? You think it's a game?
She getting hyped up. We're not even done.
Here. So when Hunter Biden paid for this woman,
she's not reading from them.
Here you go.
Oh my Jesus!
Do this with him to travel across state lines from California to Washington D.C. on June 15th.
Put that over there.
This is a violation of the Mann Act. This was prostitution. Let me continue.
Let her continue.
Wait, she said she knows prostitution. She knows what that entails.
Well,
prostitution is a very, very strange thing.
Pretty cut and dry.
I like she is I like how she was holding the Bangkok podcast. It was perfect.
Of
let's
the
see if I can
Mann
try and get it
Act.
again.
This was prostitution. Let me continue.
Right there. Oh,
damn it. Let's see if I can get it.
She was holding up the BIM podcast sign. It was kind of.
It's like in between frames. I can't grab it now.
Yeah. It would.
No, I'm just gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it worse.
1 second.
Move on.
Oh wait.
OPC to pay on June 15th. This is a violation of the Mann Act. This was prostitution. Let me continue. Did Hunter Biden also use his company Owasco PC to pay prostitutes?
Can you hold on 1 second?
He has counsel at his side.
Chairman?
Yeah. He can't say
We'll
everything.
give you this additional time back. That was.
His attorney's gonna say, "Don't say
Don't
anything."
you fucking say what she just said.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Do not say what she just said. Don't repeat it.
So regarding Mann Act violations, what we can do is, given by the statute, we can turn those over to the House Ways and Means Committee, and then we can they can decide.
My name's Emmett, and I ain't in it.
Regarding Mann Act.
Thank you, Mr. Ziegler. So talking about Hunter Biden using his company Owasco PC to pay prostitutes, this is also a suspicious activity report showing that victim one, the woman that was paid for prostitution, that traveled from California to Washington, D.C., paid for by Hunter Biden. This is an excerpt from a SARS report that we've read in the Treasury, and I think you all have looked at these too, showing that victim one was supposedly an employee of Owasco. But I would like to point out, this is not really what most paralegals do for law firms. And it's very serious that Hunter Biden...
I'm sorry, when did she go to law school?
What? Did she actually not understand?
And at the risk of sounding like I'm shooting bail for fucking Hunter Biden, people get people jobs so that they can like boyfriend, girlfriend, fuck around at work.
Yeah.
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
That's not a rarity. There's a lot of people who get paid to fuck their boss.
Legal either.
A lot of people get paid to fuck their boss. And they're in large corporations. Like it's not this happens. This isn't it's not the Mann Act.
Yeah.
Was paying this
not
woman
illegal. It's just it's part of life.
That's what he decided that was her job that day.
Yeah.
His law firm, and then writing it off as business tax exemptions. Most people write off, their write off things for their taxes through their businesses, like a meal or say office supplies.
Audit her right now.
Yeah, I would do that right
Audit
now.
her right now. What you mean office supplies? That's where you hide your little petty expenses. Office supplies. Go count all the highlighters in our office.
How much did she pay for? How much did you write off for those glasses?
How much? $10,000 on whiteout? Really?
But can you confirm for me that Hunter Biden had written off payments to prostitutes through his law firm Owasco?
I appreciate the question given by the statute. I'm limited in my testimony today.
Yeah.
Hey.
I
Counsel said, "Shut up."
Respectfully, would need to turn those records over to the House Ways and Means Committee.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ziegler. One last question. You referred to one of the assistants as West Coast assistant. I believe this is the West Coast assistant. Could
Nobody
you agree
asked.
with that?
So I can tell you that there were deductions for what we believe to be escorts, and then that $10,000 golf club membership. Yes, that was not a golf club membership. That was.
Who pays $10,000 for sex? Like, I'm thinking about this now. 10,000? Nah. Too
that
much.
better be good. That better be really good.
$10,000?
Like top notch.
$10,000. So I can go get like a car. $10,000?
For a sex club
Better
payment.
be good.
That was for a sex club payment.
I don't know if sex clubs are illegal. Like, and this is like, maybe I've been watching too many depositions and shit like that, but I'm just waiting for the illegal part to pop up.
Sex clubs are not illegal.
Where's the crime? Show me the crime.
Even brothels. I mean, strippers.
Okay, where's the ticket? Where's the ticket?
People pay strippers to go from one place to another because they're worth a lot. Is that prostitution?
Yep. It's the Mann Act. Federal crime.
And what about porn stars? Porn stars are often
we have like sex work is work when you get done when you get done talking. So I don't know what they're talking about. Like and I said in my video, I'm like, is this supposed to shock me that people have sex for money? What are you, stupid? What are you fucking, are you born fucking yesterday? What are you, dumb?
Yeah. You might as well.
Payments
You're gonna
such
do
as
it.
this
Get paid for it.
through
She's finessing the shit out of him. She finessed 10 grand out of that man.
from
She's
Hunter
smart,
Biden to
is what she is.
prostitutes. Also, Mr.
You know what?
Shapley,
She's good at her job.
Mr. Chairman, we're 1 minute and 53 seconds over. As long as Ms. Ocasio-Cortez can get equal time, she can keep going.
I will let Ms. Green wrap up 5 seconds, and then I'll give Mr. Mafume additional time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Shapley, you started an investigation into Hunter Biden.
Family values.
Holy shit.
Family values. Family values.
This is I heard this was part of it, but I didn't realize what was going on.
Advocacy for these victims.
She's plastering all this over C-SPAN.
Yeah.
That's federally funded.
That's in the annals of Congress.
That's taxpayers.
That's in the record. This video is in the record. Forever.
This woman has to get arrested. This is ridiculous. And those goddamn glasses need to be slapped off her face by the next person that comes into the frame. Just grab them, smash them, and step on them. Break them.
So they spent 4 years investigating, and this is the fruit of your labor. You went into his you took his laptop from the Apple store where he was getting it fixed, and you put his sex tape on C-SPAN. And I'm supposed to believe that the Democrats are using their political power as weapons against their rivals. All right.
Codename Sportsman.
So can we
in
both
November.
sides? Can we get the both sides do this thing out of our minds? Who would do this?
A sloppy bitch.
Who would? She puts her face near that.
A sloppy bitch. That's who.
If Hunter Biden doesn't sue this woman for everything that she has for putting this out there, the federal government needs to stop her from ever doing that. That's not, I mean, it's not funny at this point.
It is a literal circus out there.
This is ridiculous. Who keeps allowing her? The thing that bothers me the most is though they have a print shop there specifically for those boards, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have a print shop. They send it to the print shop.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody picks it up and brings it back to them to here for them to show this. She sent those images out to the print shop, got them blown up.
Yes.
Putting on nice poster board.
Yes.
And then taken into that chamber.
Yes.
How is this not a crime that she did that?
Decorum. Decorum.
Jesus.
Decorum.
If there is a God, he needs to spite this woman.
Decorum.
Strike her down where she stands.
But remember, she's an advocate.
Oh yeah,
these are victims.
For the victims. By
you put
plastering
all her business out there. All her business in an attempt to smear somebody who isn't even in office. All you did was hurt that girl's feelings. Hunter Biden don't give a shit about this. He's not even going to watch it. He's the president's kid. He doesn't give a fuck. You just hurt that girl.
Yeah. Slut shaming is what it is.
Yeah.
For no reason. She did not have to do this.
Completely unprompted and unnecessary. Her sign says Hunter recorded multiple sex tapes with a prostitute he paid for out of his law firm's bank account. Which has what to do with what?
It was an offshoot of an investigation the IRS was conducting into a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time. Making pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman, in the committee?
Get a lady's time.
And they let her do it. And it went on for what? I think she held that up for over a minute. And they let her do it. No one's screaming decorum. No one's screaming out of order. A couple of people are trying to interrupt there. But they didn't. Where's her Republicans? Her Republican family values. Family first.
But this is it's their narrative. Right? Hunter Biden is the problem. And what he's doing is the problem. It's they don't care that she's posting pornography all over. That's porn.
Literally.
No, that is.
Literally. It's a sex tape.
She's posting that.
Sorry.
And
you keep squirming around over there. So I gotta squiggle you back over now.
Squiggle, squiggly worm, squiggly worm. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable.
Good luck with this fucking. This has been in my head for 48 hours, so I'm glad you can fucking suffer with this too now.
How is she not arrested?
I'd be suing the shit out of her. I ain't even gonna make a comment. I'm suing.
Could you imagine if somebody in the audience brought out that exact poster and showed it in the camera? What would they do?
Oh, you're getting tackled.
They will be taken out in handcuffs.
Yeah. That's a breach of the peace.
But she does it because she happens to be in that nice leather chair surrounded by all that stained mahogany and brass, because she has the button that says that she's part of the Congress. Like all of a sudden she can do that.
Yeah. She can do whatever she wants. Don't you get it now?
So she's above the law.
Yeah.
If I did that, I would be gone. You wouldn't hear from me.
Yeah.
The Capitol Police would take me, escort me.
Welcome to Guantanamo Bay.
It is a federal crime for me to do that. I will be seeing you in 20 years.
But it's fine.
But it's okay.
It's the Mann Act and the victims.
Oh, because she's advocating for the victims, so that's okay.
No better way to advocate for them than to slut shame them in front of literally hundreds of millions of people.
In the record.
Yes. Expired and went 2.5 minutes over.
Chairman,
If Mr.
And she went overtime, and no one stopped her. So that's
Because
so
this is exactly what they want.
they gave her, and notice that didn't happen until the last 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So she had, if
by
they would have stopped her on time, she would have never got to it. But give her a little extra time, let her work up her nerve, and then she'll pull out the.
Oh, she pulls out pornography. Oh no. Oh, I'm out of time right here.
Yeah.
I'm out of time.
Yeah.
Oh no, I should probably put this down.
That's what she. That's probably what she was.
Should I put this down? Is my turn over? Like shoving in front of the camera.
Yeah. But you know, she was proud. They wanted somebody to jump up and yell and scream and grab the sign out of her hand so that they could have that moment. You know what I mean? So that they can have that.
The truth.
Well, they wanted somebody to go up and physically grab the sign out of her hand.
Yeah.
That's what that trigger was supposed to be. Like they victims and blah blah blah, and now they're attacking me because I'm exposing what they do to women. You know what I mean? That's the play.
They're advocating for sex trafficking.
No one's advocating for sex trafficking, and no one cares what a fucking president's kid who is permanently coked up, always doing some shit he's not supposed to be doing.
And it's not like he has a job in the White House.
No, he worked for what's it called?
Or in charge of bringing peace in the Middle East. Like Trump's people. Trump's family.
He's just a dude.
Nobody knows who he is. We don't care.
We do not care.
We do not care.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking, we don't. What do you want? Hunter Biden in prison? Put him in fucking prison. I don't even fucking know who this guy is. No one cares.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Not my problem.
If he broke a law, then fucking lock him up. And that's the thing about prostitution. She keeps seeing prostitution. Did he get charged with prostitution? Did an officer give him a citation, a summons to court, so that he can deal with the allegations against him? No, it's just you fucking exposing somebody who got a sweetheart deal for his girl, probably, or he's paying the girl to have sex.
Right.
At this point, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Because you haven't proved that either one of those things were done illegally. You've just exposed his business without any proof. It's like dumb motherfuckers who just jump up yelling stats at you. It's like, okay, well, who did the study? My friend. Okay, well then shut the fuck up.
I saw it on the internet.
Yeah, like where are you even getting this information?
Joe Rogan told me.
Just jump up with some wild claim and I'm supposed to care because you're yelling it. I still don't care. I still don't care about Hunter Biden. Still.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're a trashy fucking sloppy bitch. That's some sloppy shit. That's terrible.
There has to be something. Like she has to be charged with something.
Who's going to charge her?
Hunter Biden could totally sue her for that. Because that was not her pictures to post.
She answered me.
She did? What did she say?
She said, Jen Urso. If you know, you know.
Oh.
Oh, from Rogue One.
Yeah. Jen Urso.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, come on. What's with the advertisement with the naked chicks?
Jen Urso Funko. Funko Pop. Let's see what it.
I'll just put that on screen real quick.
Well, we were half right. Oh yeah, okay, I see.
Well, thanks, Jocelyn Benson, for getting back to me.
That was really nice. Jen Urso.
Was super cool of you to get back with.
Okay. I get it. It makes sense.
Sweets. All right, well, we're going to get the fuck out of here.
Yep, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. I'm making some delicious food. I've been marinating some steak, some they call it like taco meat, where it's all like cut up into little bitty pieces. It's like usually like flank steak or something.
Yeah.
But I've been soaking it in or marinating it in bulgogi sauce, the Korean barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and gochujang, the like Chinese like spicy red paste. So I got that stuff going. It's been working all night. I'm gonna put that in the skillet with some sesame oil. I got a big thing of ginger that I'm gonna smoke and then or roast and then put in there.
I can be there in.
I got one of those big fucking Bugs Bunny ass carrots, and I figured out with our potato peeler, if I give it a little gusto, I can get some beautiful like what do you call it, like ribbons, like carrot ribbons, so that it's got some, and then I do the broccoli last. So I got green and orange, and then the ginger's got the little gray, and then the meat's kind of reddish, and then the white rice underneath.
Nope.
Oh, just have beans on toast. Ponzi wanker. Fuck you, Wayne.
God.
No one likes beans on toast.
Beans on toast isn't real. It's pretend.
Just like the birds.
Like the birds.
We got a small.
All right,
crowd
everybody.
today. Well, we're getting out of here.
We're going.
You guys are gonna go hang out with. You go hang out with Ariana Jasmine. She's cool.
Word.
She's a cool chick. But for Wayne, Shartan, Brenna, Tim,
wherever he may
Ollie
be.
Man, Mark.
There you go. The cast and crew.
Cortez, Roast, Ashley. And I think that's it. And me.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
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 Bye everybody. Oh.
There we go. And where the hell is my button? There we go. Oh, supposed to do this.
There you go.